Hi, it's Leaf. Alright guys, it's on. I mean, it's not on, but the Kickstarter campaign has been announced yesterday. Not sure when exactly it's going to launch, but I believe later this month. The new My Time game is going to be called My Time at Evershine. So it's not like we could have easily guessed the title, since it doesn't involve any of the existing names that we already know from the map. But because we were given hints and there was some serious brainstorming over at the official Pathea Discord server, somebody sure guessed it. By chance, but kind of still counts. So let's take a look at the picture here. We've got the default male and female player characters in the middle. From X Project Me, we've got Avery, Freya, Rudy, and Panna. Panna looks more mature and I love it. Then we've got a guy that looks a bit like redesigned Bormi, I guess, or someone who was designed based on him. I like this one better, much better. Not sure if that's some kind of a rifle or a shotgun, but in any case, it's a gun. And here's this silver fox who looks a bit like I imagine old Logan could look like. But I'm not saying they're related or anything. He does look very cool, though. And then we've got someone who looks basically like a female version of Logan. So it's either this character from that old Project Me trailer, but redesigned, or generally someone from that batch of white-haired, blue-eyed people who I'm almost certain are related by blood. So like Ursula, this woman who we think is Logan's mom, and Logan himself. Some people say that it might be Ursula, but I don't know. I don't really see a reason for Ursula to come back. But we'll see. Can't say for sure if she's maybe a member of Sky Sharks. She definitely is wearing some kind of uniform with a logo on the back. And it doesn't look like the typical Sky Shark uniform or logo, but it definitely looks like there's a fishtail there, so... And of course there's this guy wearing red with a side shave and what I think is some sort of gold accessories in his hair. We really can't see his face because it's being obscured by this long blade. Could be anyone. Looks interesting. But that's not all the people on the picture. Among the ruins, rocks, and greenery of the background, there's a silhouette sitting alone, turned towards the horizon. We don't know who that is, but just the very fact that this character is there, half concealed and lonely and not clearly visible, already inspires speculations. Okay, and then there's this huge pink tree we've already seen here. And it seems important somehow. Well, important enough since it serves as a background for all the characters. And let me tell you, I love huge trees and I love important huge trees. Too much Totoro, ignore me. Okay. And on the right-hand side, there's also something that looks like Duvo's flying machines, or maybe Sky Sharks, which is basically the same given the Sky Sharks work for Duvos. I mean, they could be Alliance planes as well. We know they use them too. It's hard to tell. This looks like an honest-to-goodness flying fortress, though. Okay, so that's it for the picture. Now, of course, we already had a controversy yesterday because Pathea was accused of using generative AI during the creation of this picture. And I did not talk about it yesterday because most of the day was spent on analyzing the illustrations, speculations, and basically accusations instead of hype. I'm not gonna go into details because it was unpleasant and exhausting, but eventually we were presented with a sort of screenshot time-lapse of how the picture was created, and we were assured that the picture was entirely painted by a human artist. Pathea admitted that they do use generated pictures as well as photos and existing art for reference, but they don't and won't ever use AI-generated pieces as assets. Fair enough, I think. Okay, with that out of the way, the hype commenced, properly, that is, and we were presented with an illustration of 7 characters from the new game. So, Avery with his permanent scowl, this one we already know. The unknown red-haired guy who looks like some kind of a sexy version of a SWAT officer. Then there's the new version of Rudy, who looks somehow younger and kind of sadder. Then there's new and very beautiful and elegant version of Tia. All in all, she hasn't changed that much. Then there's a new mind-blowing design of Pana, who officially is a character I want to play as. Well, that depends on her personality, but design-wise, I consider her basically perfect. Then there's our charming agriculture specialist, Freya. And this girl, with the cutest face ever, she could be a new girl, or she could be a serious redesign of Ines, maybe? At least judging by the hair color and that notebook she carries. But I can't be sure because everything else is different. She's got an armband with a 4-leaf clover on it, and I think a necklace as well, and that 4-leaf clover seems to be some sort of a meaningful symbol in this game, because the two default protagonists also have it. So I wonder what's that all about. There's also an obvious empty space here, so I suppose they removed the character, they didn't want us to see it before showing us the picture. Now, given the way the characters are sorted in this illustration, I suppose the empty space could perhaps belong to, well, either one of these guys, probably, maybe, or someone completely different. But yeah. And today we've got a glimpse of Avery's 3D model, still work in progress though, but we can already more or less tell what we're dealing with here. And of course, not everybody is 100% on board with this new style. Some people say they missed the more humorous approach because it was very original. And I'm a very simple creature. I liked Sandrock more than Portia. Portia was very much for kids, design-wise. Nothing wrong with that, but personally, I was never a fan of this style, this very childish style, even as a kid. Sandrock kind of graduated from early elementary school and moved to junior high, and I would be absolutely fine with Pathea sticking to this style, but I won't lie, the new approach is just a lot more attractive all in all. And if we can expect more serious topics and more romance scenes like the ones with Logan, I think a more mature style is just more appropriate. Honestly, Sandrock was kind of hovering around that weird territory that was no longer completely innocent. I do believe bringing the series more towards the, I don't know, more Final Fantasy-like style is a better fit for its themes in general. And obviously, I'm absolutely fine with hot characters. Okay, so I guess that's all the news that I've got for now. I'll keep you updated, even though, as you can obviously tell, I'm always a bit late. But I am going to talk about my time at Evershine as much as I can in the future. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Take care.